Alright, let's go and get one in. Let's go and get one in. Yeah, boy. Damn. Waiting a hot little minute, ain't it? Damn. Waiting a hot little minute, ain't it? Already at 1 minute. Can I even back out of this? Or no? Yeah, he failed. I see that. Let's go back to the Bears right here. Lee Cloudy at 8:15. It's perfect. Makes for a big game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
This move will yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Williams from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Now Williams. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Williams. They'll get this into the hands of the doom zone. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Really love the comeback.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Williams. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Swift. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Open man. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before it was spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield right to him, taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. That's good for a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down in the yard. They'll look to throw again. He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. In motion left comes Brown. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. To throw, Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Williams. Pass taken in by his good tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score in the opening minute of the third quarter. The call for Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. It's complete. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it for a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Right.
Now 3rd down and 7. To the air, Williams. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he stopped up short of first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think I'm running.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And they'll get this down over about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm pretty sure he has some time. We're down 3rd and 4 right here. I really could.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On play action, here's Williams.
What the?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Why I press X? That's a gift. Yeah, that's a gift.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. This series could very well determine our outcome. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd and 7. Now a toss right to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
No.
And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. That's going to back them up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Johnson, and he's got him. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. What will be a big play there on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Up the middle of Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A big play looming on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 73.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
That's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers pile up the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Wanted to give him Barkley on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, he hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
73.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A 5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
Y'all know what's up.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leads them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Is wild. I don't really care about that stuff. Ain't nobody on there, German. What I need to find is let's see here. How to set up sports. I'm sorry, I know I'm just leaving y'all out in the dust. I ain't even talking. I'm looking up something right here, trying to figure out how I'm gonna set up this. Set up sports. Hold on. Hot dog, this ain't nothing about what I just looked up either.
What's up, guys? Ricky Bowden here. I'm a former Army combat photographer and your virtual mentor here with Shoot Better Sports, where we live you how to shoot better sports. In this video, we'll be discussing how to start a sports media brand on social media in order to obtain credentials to any sporting event. Stay tuned. Before we get into the video, I would like to place one disclaimer. The information that I'm going to give you in this video is not theory. It's not something I heard or something somebody told me. It's something that I did myself in order to get credentialed into sporting events. So the things that you'll be hearing today is something that I did and was successful doing, and it's first-hand knowledge. Now let's get into it. First things first is create a brand identity, and that starts with a logo. There's a site that I went on called Fiverr.com where you can go and get, I was thinking of a in that, and I had them make me another one, but this time is your formal media credential request. You will use these two forms when reaching out to sports information directors and media relations people. These are the forms that you will use to ask for credentials to that specific event. With these media requests, a lot of times the editors are the one that request the media credentials, and then they send someone out on assignment. So what I started doing was I used the girl that I worked with, and I said, hey, you're going to be my editor. And I explained everything, that if she got a call, what she needed to say. I gave her a script. She was my editor, and she was putting me on assignment. Because a lot of times if you're requesting the credential as a photographer, you may not get credential. But in a lot of cases, it's a lot better if you have someone that you can name the editor and then they place you on assignment. Then that helps you get into these events a lot smoother. So after I developed all my forms and my brand identity, the next thing I did was create social media channels. So mainly because it's sports photography, for me, I mainly use Instagram, but I also had a Facebook and a Snapchat, which Snapchat I rarely use, but I definitely use the Facebook. I definitely use the Instagram, and you're probably going to want to use Twitter. I created those. I made sure it had the logos on them and it had the all the branding that it needed to be representative of my sports media brand. After all my social media channels were set up and branded, I began to curate content. Now, curate content means you're going to find content from Instagram or Facebook, and you're going to share articles or you're going to repost Instagram.
Interesting. Very interesting. This might be it. These are all just tests, though. This is all just tests. Because once I get this going for real, we're going to be in there. Okay, you want to play again, but I'm trying to give me a little sleep.